My name is Joe Ledford, and I'm a photojournalist at the Kansas City Star for the past 30 years. I'm happy to say that I took my first selfie with an iPhone for this project. No doubt I need to improve on my selfie skills, but I prefer taking pictures of other people. I try to take good photos that tell a story for those of you who could not be there with me, and for those of you who were there, I try to capture something different that you might not have seen. Mindy Corcoran held a device to play a recording of her son, Reed Underwood, who sang the national anthem, as Lucas Lawson 13 stood at her side. During an impromptu moment while the song was being played, District Attorney Steve Howe stood up and placed his hand over his heart, and others followed, which ended up being a very powerful and moving statement in the courtroom. The boy singing was killed by F. Glenn Miller, Jr., who was found guilty of capital murder. Kansas City Fire Department Chief Paul Berardi spoke at the memorial service that was held for Larry Leggio and John Mesh, both Kansas City firefighters who had lost their lives in the line of duty. Thousands attended the tribute at the Sprint Center in Kansas City. I believe the fire chief's facial expressions and body language summed up the emotions and the sorrow for the family and the community. I got a tip on the story about Russ Nielsen, who had to work over 2 years with various government agencies to get final approval to excavate his land. He wanted to see inside the underground Minuteman II missile launch control facility that had been decommissioned and sealed for decades. We had to climb through a small opening in the concrete floor and work our way down about 70 feet and then crawl through mud, dirt, and water. I finally got a photo of Nielsen standing in the water next to a large heavy blast door that was open for the first time in years. The hallway leads into the rest of the underground complex, which was very eerie and cool to see. After all the official procedures for the adoption was over, it was unexpected but nice to see that Johnson County District Court Judge Kathleen Slom, during some family photos in the courtroom, gave a big thumbs up with Brittany and Matthew Branson, who just officially adopted their son Mark Branson and their daughter Angelina Branson at the Johnson County Courthouse in Olathe, Kansas. There were a total of 13 children who were officially adopted that day in the courthouse as part of the National Adoption Day. The number one question I get from people is asking, what is my favorite photo? I always tell them I don't know because I haven't taken it yet. Prior to the start of the game against the Kansas City Chiefs and the Pittsburgh Steelers, I saw Chief Moses Starr Jr. sitting down looking out onto the football field. I thought he looked very stoic and I took his picture, but I sure wish I had more time. It was not part of my assignment, but I could not turn down the opportunity to capture the moment before I participated in a drum ceremony during the American Indian Heritage Month celebration.